everyone has come together and like, okay, this is going to be our final stand against the Reapers. Either we go down or they go down. And if they don't go down this fight, we're going to leave them scarred. And they're going to remember us. So you get there. And you're treated to this beautiful cutscene of every fucking notable ship in the series just showing up. They're all shooting. They're getting destroyed because the Reapers are fucking super powerful. Your ship is like cutting through them and you can't do any fucking damage. But you're still trying your best. You're all fighting. This giant fucking Asari ship shaped like a fucking starfish shows up. It's like, it's got this huge fucking hole in it, but that's like part of the design. It just shows up and it starts attacking and it's so good. A beautiful cutscene. Then you land on Earth, you get to London, it's totally wrecked, and they're like, listen, okay, so the Crucible's in place, but we need to connect it to the Citadel. But in order to connect it to the Citadel, we need to take out the main guns on Earth that are protecting the Citadel. How does that make any sense? How does that make any fucking sense? I don't know. That shit's protected by, like, a bajillion Reapers. But it's the guns on Earth that need to be deactivated. Uh-huh, sure. Okay, so you get there, and you're like, okay, we gotta stop this thing. So you assemble your team, you give a rousing speech, fucking... Liara is the thirstiest fucking bitch in this whole game. Sorry, I shouldn't call her a bitch, but she fucking deserves it. She's thirsty as fuck. Like, the game practically forces you into romancing her. Like, you can choose not to romance her, and you will still get the same cutscene where she essentially has brain sex with you. Because, you know, psychic powers allows you to fucking psychic sex. I'm just like, but why though? I don't want to have this romantic scene with Liara. You keep in mind, this is the only character who you have this kind of scene with. It's just you and her looking at this fucking hologram of like space and whatever, and it's beautiful. And everyone else gets like a conversation. They don't get a special cutscene or anything. I'm like, okay, I get it. You all like fucking are like deep throating Liara's dick, but fuck off. I don't care about Liara. She's not for me. Now give me a Tally scene. Oh baby, Tally. Love you, girl. Okay, anyways, so. You assemble your team, and in front of you shows up the big boss, the main fucking Reaper, who's been taunting you since the second game, because in the first game you actually kill a Reaper called Sovereign, and in the second game you're hunting down this asshole named Harbinger, and Harbinger finally shows up. He's right in front of you. He's like fucking, I don't even know how big he is. Fucking Everest in the middle of London. And he's bearing down on you, and he's sending all his soldiers, and he's like every human they kill is being converted into like a fucking robot zombie, and they're being sent to attack you, and you're fighting your way through them, and you're like gunning everyone down, and you kill like the last guy. You get to the teleporter, so you can go blow up the gun, and you're teleported into the fucking council. You're basically teleported into the council room on board the Citadel. I don't know who took out the guns. I'm assuming we took them out at some point on the way, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we made it to the teleporter. We're inside the Citadel. What the fuck's going on? Tim is there, and also one of your like best soldier friends is there, and they're like essentially like, oh here's the avatar of the good guy. Here's the avatar of the bad guy, and they're gonna try to feed you conflicting information. So Tim's whole thing was, no, Shepard, listen, we can control the Reapers if we use the Crucible in the right way. And fucking, like, we all know he's being controlled, so you're like, okay, whatever, yeah, sure, we'll control the Reapers, yeah, we'll do that. And fucking, your buddy, I forget his name right now, and that's gonna bother me, but he's voiced by Keith David. Is it Keith David or Keith Davidson? Anyways, the fucking Goliath from Gargoyles, that, his voice, oof, baby, his fucking voice. Anyways. And he's like, oh, fucking Tim, you're a dumbass. They're controlling you. He's like, no, fuck you. They're not controlling me. So Tim tries to shoot your friend, ends up shooting you. Your friend kills Tim. Tim is dead. And then your friend is dying out because reasons. I don't know. I can't remember the exact reasons. But anyways, your friend dies, I think. And you get teleported into the Crucible room because now somehow the Crucible is connected to the Citadel. And you're met with the ghost kid that was haunting you from the beginning of the game. The Star Child. And he's like, okay, listen, so I'm going to give you this fucking lore dump of why things happen the way they happen, etc. So he goes on to explain that, listen, we keep doing this, we keep harvesting people because you assholes keep inventing robots. Like, you know, sentient robots. And we're like, okay, but that doesn't make any sense because you leave us all this beautiful technology around, and how are we not going to invent robots that are going to make our lives easier? He's like, well, listen, that's kind of a problem because always, for some reason, organics and robots end up fighting each other. And that always happens, and there's never a peaceful resolution ever. Period. None. It's impossible for organics and synthetics to get along. Do you already see the flaw in his argument? You do, right? Like, if you were paying attention to me fucking, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, you heard me talking about how you fostered peace between the Quarians and the Geth. Organics, synthetics, best friends. Oh, well, it appears to me that all you really need to do was give the fucking AI individuality. But okay, I guess galactic genocide is the best choice. So anyways, the Star Child keeps going on. He's like, okay, listen, I'll give you three flavors of Kool-Aid in order to end the game. You got the blue Kool-Aid, which lets you control the Reapers. The red Kool-Aid, which lets you destroy the Reapers. And the green Kool-Aid, which you never considered, which comes out of nowhere, where basically synthetic and organic merge together to create techno-organic. Honestly, God, that is... It is a bullshit ending from a narrative standpoint, because it comes out of nowhere, it's not hinted at, and it's just like, okay, here's your perfect ending, the one that you want. And it's the ending I chose, because fuck you. I'll explain in a second. Okay. There is a hidden fourth option. You can take your gun and shoot the kid in the face, which then it basically amounts to you chose to do nothing, or organics lost, the Reapers harvested them, but what you did manage to do was leave like all of this data hidden like in a data cache or whatever. Like, you managed to leave it for the next generation, and the next generation picked up the fight and they wiped out the Reapers, and you have an esoteric happy ending. Okay, so I'm now going to go through why each option is bullshit. The control option is bullshit because at the end of it, you end up becoming evil and deciding that the Reapers are a necessary evil in the universe, and you continue on, harvesting organics. So that won't work because the human brain is not capable of controlling godlike power. Next, the green ending, where you merge organics with robots, doesn't work because like that's just outright them lying to you. That's them like successfully mind controlling you into choosing the wrong choice, and the Reapers would still have won. Because what does it really mean? Well, they probably harvested everyone, and they kept like whatever fucking brain thing was alive of people in a constant dream state. You've effectively just Reaper-fied everyone. It's true. That's what it is. The ending is a lie. The red ending, which is the only correct ending, which bothered the fuck out of me until recently. What happens is, you don't just destroy the Reapers. Apparently, the Crucible is incapable of distinguishing between Reaper and robot. So, if you choose the red ending, the Star Child tells you, oh, okay, well listen, but if you choose the red ending, you'll kill the Reapers, yeah, you'll get exactly what you want, but all the Geth, gone. Edie, dead. You are part robot, so you'll die too. So what you're telling me is, if I do the thing that I actually want to do, it'll effectively make all of my progress meaningless. Like, up until this point. Meaning, even though I prove to you that organics and synthetics can get along, they'll still die. Mm-hmm. And my fucking friend, Edie, will die. Mm-hmm. Shit. And that's why I didn't choose the red ending. Because I took it for what they presented to me. I believed them. I thought it was absolute truth. I'm like, okay, so if I choose the red ending, my friends will die. And I don't want that to happen. But I get it now. You actually do need to choose the red ending. Because he makes a big point of telling you that organics and synthetics can't get along, and that because you are partly synthetic, you will also die. But in the true ending of the game, if you beat the game on the hardest difficulty and take all these other fucking completion boxes, you'll get a cutscene at the end of the game where Shepard's chest, like, you know, armor and all that shit, are buried under rubble. You'll get a scene of it, just like of rubble and Shepard's chest, and all you hear is, and the chest like puffs up a little bit, meaning Shepard survived the red ending, and that only happens if you choose the destroy ending. So what does this tell us? This tells us that 1, Star Child was full of shit because Shepard survived. 2, this probably means we won. We actually won. Like, not just the Reapers are dead, but Edie and Legion are probably still alive, regardless of what the ending fucking tells you, because fuck that ending, and I'll get to it. Regardless of all that, it means that the Star Child didn't know what he was talking about. That he was lying to you. That him saying that you, like, the repercussions he presented for the red ending are false. It's an intentional lie on his part. He's tricking you. He's dissuading you from choosing the correct option, and instead presenting an option that will, 1, give him what he wants, or 2, give him what he wants. Or 3, you know, allow the cycle to continue until the next one. So, here's the thing about the endings. No matter what you choose, the shit goes down the same way. The Crucible emits this shock wave that affects fucking just... It just ripples throughout space. And when it hits a mass relay, that energy is then transmitted to every other relay connected to that one. But this has a catch, because apparently the energy is so strong, it destroys the mass relay. Fuck you, number 1. 2, your ship ends up leaving for no reason, like escaping, and they get trapped and like crash land on another planet. Fuck you, number 2. And they show you in full the effect of each ending. And each ending, like, plays out exactly how the Star Child told you that it would. Which is why I believed him when he told us, well, this is how it works. Because you see that when you choose the red ending, the Geth and Edie deactivate. Shepard probably dies, but to be fair, you shoot something and it explodes in your face, so, you know. In the blue ending, you see the blue energy wave go out, and, like, all the Reapers are like, they turn blue, and they leave Earth, because they're not being controlled by Shepard. And in the green ending, like, everyone has this, like, green aura around them, like, hinting that, like, oh, now we're all organics and synthetics are one race. But you also have to remember, in Mass Effect 2, you experience a virtual world. Hell, you experience it in this game as well. And there's a noticeable green tint to the game when you're in a virtual world. So, I'm not this completely pulling it out of my head. I'm just making a connection where maybe none exists. That's probably just cyberspace. They're probably creating an illusion to trick you into assuming that you've won, or into believing that you've won by choosing the green ending. Shit. So, blue ending doesn't work because you still go crazy at the end and end up sending the Reapers back to harvest people anyways. Green ending doesn't work because it's probably just, like, you know, indoctrination at its fullest. And the red ending seemingly kills everyone you know and love. And in all 3 of those endings, all the mass relays are destroyed, which means everyone is stranded wherever the fuck they are. And keep in mind, no one knows how to build mass relays. No one has any idea. It's very well established that any research gone into investigating mass relays is heavily dissuaded by everyone. They're like, no, don't fuck with the mass relays, you might break it. And then they released the extended cut ending. So what this did, this introduced the 4th option, which is to shoot Star Child in the face. But what this means is it shows us what happens after the ending we chose. Which, again, is why I still believe that the green ending was, for me, the right choice. Because it shows you what happens after. Everyone's, like, getting along, and, like, in the blue and the green endings, you have the Reapers with you that allows you to rebuild the mass relays. And that's fine. But in the red ending, you don't have that. the Reapers are gone, the Geth are gone, and Edie's gone. And, Shepard's gone. So basically, you have a bunch of organics who have no idea how these mass relays even work, scrambling to try to figure out how to fix them and turn them back on. So that they can reconnect with each other and fucking, the galaxy is goes back to being normal. But, no one knows how they work, right? So, everyone you know and love is stranded across fucking impossible numbers of light years. Your friends, your ship ends up on a completely alien world, which could be thousands, fucking tens of thousands of light years away from Earth. We have no idea where they ended up. We have no idea what kind of supplies they have. They won't be able to make it back to Earth because faster than light travel is not possible because they don't have that technology. All they had was mass relays. All they had was Mass Effect technology. And basically what Mass Effect is they use something called Element Zero, which is, every sci-fi needs its own special thing. Element Zero effectively allows you to control the mass of an object. And basically, in terms of a ship, you create a mass effect field when you activate Element Zero. What this means is it creates a kind of barrier that surrounds the ship, and basically anything within the barrier effectively, in terms of it working, it effectively means that it has zero mass, which then allows it to travel at this impossible fucking speed, which I'm assuming is the speed of light. Could be faster, I don't know. But basically, anything encapsulated in this field has zero mass. And when it interacts with a mass relay, it gets shot towards the connecting mass relay. Neat. That's neat. That's cool sci-fi. But now, in the red ending, you don't have that. You're explicitly told that you don't have that. But now I know, I'm angry because I think I'm angry because the game tricked me. Because, one, it's written like garbage. It's actual hot garbage. Because fuck you. We know for a fact that the game was supposed to end completely differently, but then EA existed, and they interfered with the production of the game, and they gave us a completely different ending. A completely different, end game scenario. So, there's that. But also, we were cheated. Because the game fucking outright tells us that, oh, well, fucking, you choose the right ending, it's the wrong one. But, if you go through it, if you get into the game and you understand how things work, you know that that's a lie. And it's not just indoctrination theory, which fucking every fucking person who plays Mass Effect will scream to the heavens about. Indoctrination theory, oh! Okay, great, but fucking go deeper into it. We prove that, one, the Star Child is full of shit when we get the Geth and the Quarians to cooperate. We also prove that he's full of shit by surviving the fucking red explosion, which we were not supposed to have survived. Which means everything he said was a lie, which could mean that the ending itself is a lie, which could then mean everything we fought for still exists. The Reapers are gone. We won. But we don't get that ending. Instead, we get some fucking garbage clip show. And I'm mad about that. It bothers me. Because the game shit the bed at the last fucking part. Planet Earth should have been the fucking hypest beyond hype part of the game. We should have... Here's how I would have done it. You get to Earth, massive fucking battle happening. You need to get to the Citadel. You can't get there for some reason. Whatever. Okay. So, how do we do this? Well, we gotta fight Harbinger. Harbinger is the one protecting the Citadel. If we take out Harbinger, we'll have a clean shot at the Citadel. So, we go to Earth, and let's say we need the big guns. So instead of destroying them, we need to gain access to them so we can weaken Harbinger's defenses. So there's the Earth campaign right there. So that's our mission. We go do that. We fight our way through hordes of robot zombies, and we kill them all, and we manage to get a hold of one of the cannons. Just one. Because, Reapers, and there are a bajillion of them. And, they destroyed all the other ones. But we got one gun, and it gives us one shot. We're like, okay, we get one shot at this. Normandy, which is Shepard's ship. It's called the Normandy. Normandy, we need you to run interference. Take a fucking, fleet of ships with you and run interference and give us that one shot we need so we can crack open the Citadel so we can get in there. Done. Okay, go. You're going there. You're treated as a cinematic of the fucking Normandy flying through, fucking using its super laser to like shoot at Harbinger, and he's like not taking any damage because he's Harbinger. And like it's a close fight. Fucking everyone who goes with you either explodes or bails out, or like your ship heavily damaged, but you manage to do it. You manage to get in that one shot that you needed, which gives you that one opening, so you can get in. The Normandy goes in, it lands inside the Citadel, and now you need to fight your way through, which is a callback to the first game, where that's exactly what you have to do at the end of the first game. So now we bring that back, but now it's different. Now it's Harbinger. He's there. He's been waiting for you. He was waiting for this moment. So now you gotta fight your way through. You fucking get this other part of the game where like you gotta fucking figure out, okay, how are we gonna defeat Harbinger? What tools do we have? And then, I don't know, maybe, like, someone comes in with a super weapon. Maybe, you know what, the Solarians show up and we're like, listen, we know we're assholes, but we brought the big gun. And the big gun was developed from the weapons that, like, you built in Mass Effect 2, and this will kill Harbinger. And you're like, done. Okay, so we need the big gun. We need the big gun to kill Harbinger so we can connect the Crucible, so we can kill the Reapers. Go! And you're just like running interference, making sure he doesn't destroy the big gun. Finally, they shoot the big gun. They almost miss. They graze Harbinger. He takes significant damage, but he's still up. And he's like, okay, fine. Now it's personal. And fucking for some reason, you know, like, you need the big boss fight. So, like, the only way to defeat Harbinger, like, at the end, in this case, would be you and him. It's gotta be a boss fight. On top of the fucking Citadel. So you go, you fight. Now it's a fucking callback to Mass Effect 2 where you're fighting the giant human Reaper, and you're doing it. You're winning. You're at the precipice of victory, and then someone pulls you back and like, no, Shepard, we got this. You need to be the one to activate the Crucible. The longer we stand here waiting is more time that like people are dying down on Earth. Go, we got this. We'll protect you. And that's when you run into the Elusive Man and your military friend. That's the moment. And that, like, it's happening right there. And you gotta choose. You gotta choose who you're gonna work with. Because that's what determines the ending right there. If you choose the Elusive Man and go for the control ending, sure, control ending. If you work with your buddy, you kill the Elusive Man, you get down, you connect the Crucible, you activate the fucking power source, boom! Suddenly the Reapers are no longer a problem. Your robot friends are fine, because this weapon was specifically created to defeat the Reapers. Because that's what everyone tried to do. Okay, listen. Every cycle, every previous dominant race put their effort into building this weapon. This weapon goes back beyond eons. It goes back to the first whatever civilization that was attacked by the Reapers. And every race that came after, like that survived a Reaper harvesting, added more to it, and more to it, and more to it. And finally, like, you have the Reaper IFF code. You know exactly how to pinpoint a Reaper and distinguish it from any other target. And that's what you built into the Crucible. So now you go, you activate it, the shockwave goes out, and all the fucking Reapers go falling down. Harbinger, still up, killing your friends, freaks out. What is happening? Boom! Explosion. Cut back to Earth. Fucking Reapers are falling from the sky, crashing into Earth. Like, you know, people... That, like, millions are dying, but you did it. You won. You won. And that's the end of the game. And in my head, that's, like, the perfect fucking ending. And sure, the control ending is just like the same shit, but instead you take control of the Reapers. And maybe you go evil at the end, just like last time. And it's like, oh, well, you didn't really stop anything, did you? But it eliminates the entire purpose of the Star Child. So at that point, the little kid only exists in order to tell you that, hey, you're being indoctrinated. But at least you don't have to deal with Star Child anymore, you know? So, that is my actual problem with Mass Effect 3. 2, that's Mass Effect 3 explained. 3, that's my perfect ending for Mass Effect 3. This is a 52-minute video. I know none of you are fucking watching this. No one probably fucking cared enough to watch it, but I needed to get this out of my head. My throat hurts. I can't talk. I need water. My burnt pizza is cold. I'm done. I'm tired. I love you. Bye.